Whoa, look who just walked in. Welcome back. In our last video, we covered making the world. So today we're going to go over two very important things. Inviting your friends to the game, and how combat works from the DM perspective, and how I run combat, and how I run combat, and combat, and combat, and combat, and combat, oh, and combat, blah. And combat, and combat. I'm also going to talk just a little bit about port forwarding. Scary. I know it sounds scary, but if you can get it working, you're going to save money every month. Hosting your games for free forever is kind of worth it. Let's jump in. Alrighty, first we need to create logins for your players. So go over to the settings tab on the right sidebar here, the gears icon, and click user management. Now by default, it's just you, so we want to click create additional user. Give them a name like player 1 or a friend's name. If you don't have a friend, pretend you do and make up a name like Kevin. And now you can set a password for them right here, or leave it blank so they can set it themselves. I usually just set a password and I send it to my players, or I don't set passwords at all because for the most part my players are not wanting to get on anybody else's account, or okay, you get it. But for example's sake, I will give them the password of birds. Kevin's password is birds. See that? All right. The user role right here, you don't want to give them game master or assistant game master, but this does come in handy if you wanted to give somebody some privileges to run a game with you. I forget where I was at. Making videos is hard. All right, so this is important. While you're here, put a password on your game master account right here. If you don't, your players might accidentally log in as you and see all of your dirty little secrets. So my password that the world will never figure out is dogs. Yes, I like to use animals as passwords. It's simple, efficient. There we go. So I will save and return. And now it's kicked me out because I have to log in. Game master, dogs. There we go. Now nobody will ever get my little secrets. All right, so now how do they actually join? Come over here to the settings tab again and go down to invitation links. You'll see two links right here. You've got the local network and you've got the internet. Pretty self-explanatory. If they're on the same Wi-Fi as you in the same house, you'd give them this. If they're on the internet, you give them this. Ooh, mysterious. You can just copy that by clicking it with your left mouse button, and you can send it over to them. Right here, though, you're probably going to see an X, like a red X. You can refresh. If you're seeing a red X, that's where the whole port forwarding comes in. So if you send your friends this link and it times out on them, you likely need to do that port forwarding. This is where many people that I've talked to have given up and then they just pay for a hosting service. But I encourage you to beat your head against it for a bit, because if you can get it to work, it works forever and you're golden. You're good to go. So your router blocks incoming traffic to keep your PC safe. No. So everyone's internet is different. For my ISP, I have to open an app to change these settings. But for you, it could be different. You might have to type your router IP into a web browser. So go to Google and type in, ignore the chimichanga Alaska. I'm not doing anything of the sort. Type in how to port forward, followed by your router model or internet service provider's name. So for example, Spectrum or the Gigantrix. I don't know if that's one, but anyway, yeah, you'd search that and get some results, look around. There's plenty of things that could help you out with the whole port forwarding. Just remember, you are looking for a setting to forward to port 30,000. In my case, it says 30,001. Double check whatever yours says here under local network. It could be the same. Or it could be 30,000. Whichever it is, just make sure that that is what you set your port forward to. It might be super frustrating, but just try to beat your head against it for a little while. It could save you $5 to $10 for the rest of your Foundry life. Your Foundry life. Does that sound important? Does that sound powerful? For the rest of your DMing career. I think that's better. Just stick with it. Give it a try. All right, so your players had no problem logging in. The only issue now is that Kevin can't seem to find his character. So what we do is we go up here to actors, and Randall is supposed to be Kevin's character. So right click, hit configure ownership, and we see all of our players will be listed here. All we have right now is Kevin. So click that and give him the owner permission. Save changes. And now Kevin can control Randall and find Randall in the Actors tab whenever he opens it. Easy as that. All right, so now let's run a fight. Yeah, let's place some goblins down. We've got one here, here. We've got some behind the rocks, okay? We don't want our players to spot them ahead of time. You know, we could tell them, hey, no metagaming. But, I mean, it is more fun. I love to imagine, you know, I've got control of Randall. I don't know what the DM's up to, and we can have some fun, right? One thing I've seen people do is placing walls to block off line of sight. They think, okay, this is up high. My players shouldn't know what's up here. And let me show you why I don't like this. So block this off. I mean, yeah, it's fun sometimes. It's very situational, but I will reset the map, the vision here for our player tokens. Now, if I click Randall, look at that. To me, this is kind of intrusive. Look at all these black lines. They're sharp. It looks kind of goofy. I mean, it's cool, like perhaps if we were inside of a building or something, but when we're outdoors like this, if you started putting walls on every little thing, you know, like, oh, the trees are going to block some light. We'll do every tree, every little rock. Look at this. Like, it's gonna get obnoxious. Now let me reset the fog bore again. Oh, and grab Randall. Now, whenever he's moving, look at this. It's like we're at a club. Things are moving. I don't know. To me, it's just, yeah, yuck. There's a better way to do this. Delete all those walls. What you can do is your players shouldn't be metagaming. So if you tell them that this cliff up here is 15 feet up in the air, they don't know what's up here, right? They know, oh, there's probably trees and stuff. I can see the tops of the trees up there. Cool. So what we could do is grab all of your enemy tokens. You should do this before your players even arrive. Right click, and you see this little guy up here? Let me zoom in for you. This, toggle visibility state. That lets you hide everything from the players that you want hidden, but you get to still see it. So if I click Randall, I move around, he has no idea that those are up there. And then when you're ready, you grab all your guys, toggle them back in. Uh-oh. Roll initiative. All right, and let's do just that. So to start combat, grab everybody on the map, right-click anyone, and you see the swords and shield, click that. And now if you go up here to the cross swords combat encounters, here is everyone that you had just toggled in. And you can roll all of your NPCs right here, which we're going to do. And then our player down there, he'll be rolling his own initiative on his player sheet. All right. Now that everyone is ready to go, you hit begin encounter. And it takes us over to the Goblin Warrior. A little quick tip, any of these tabs that you want popped out, you can right click. If you right click, it'll pull it out. That way you can see your chat while you look at your combat encounters and do two things at once. Pretty helpful. Typically I would have my combat tracker like popped out. You can put it up here. That way I can keep my eye on everything. All right, so our goblin is gonna run over here, and get ready to engage Randall for his turn. We're going to just end his turn right there prematurely. All right, Randall is going to come over here and engage the goblin. You press T to target. Notice it's got these arrows pointing in like this. Without targeting, we won't be able to get the information we need in the chat log, or for the game to understand what it's attacking. So we'll click Randall, we'll open him up, and Randall is going to use his longsword. Gives you the options for advantage, normal, disadvantage. We'll roll normal. And he misses. If you click this 14, it'll show you exactly what he rolled. He rolled a 9 with his +5 in modifiers. And the Goblin Warrior's AC is 15. So no luck, Randall. So just to show you what happens if I have him attack again, I'll have him attack at advantage, and he still fails. Wow, he's having a bad day. There we go. All right, so if Randall were to hit, the targeting lets him know what he's hitting. So now when I come up here and I hit damage, roll normal, I can apply the damage from my side as the DM. I don't have to manually open up the goblin, click his health, type -5. I don't have to do all that. Give him his health back. Oops, how do you get over there? Randall, get back here. I can just press apply. Boom. Really cool. Now, if I wasn't targeted and I have Randall swing his longsword. Oh, critical fail. Oh my God, Randall, can you just like hit things today, buddy? Critical success right there. So you'll see 2 check marks. That means it's a critical rather than the single check mark that you saw. All right, so now when I hit damage, critical hit is lit up. Roll the damage. It's targeting Randall himself. And I've had players do that with a little bit of automation, and next thing you know, they're killing themselves. And I'm like, guys, come on. So T for target. Remember that, guys. T for target. Something else that I should note is that when you're applying damage, like let's say we were going to apply that critical hit again. Right above apply, we have a few options here. You can apply half the damage. You can apply double the damage. You know, perhaps they have resistances or vulnerabilities. This is perhaps one of the best features of Foundry. It does a lot of the math for you, so you aren't sitting here doing mental math. And it'll keep the game moving fast, accurate, and yeah, okay. Let's do this as it should be done. A full display of combat. I really hope we get there soon. Right, Mike?
Yeah, hope we get there soon.
As Mike and Kevin happily walk along the trail, they hear something above. Suddenly, they see goblins appear. All right, Mike. All right, Kevin. I'm going to need you guys to roll initiative.
Huh? What? Okay.
All right, let me roll the initiative for those goblins. And just as suddenly as the boys notice the goblins, combat begins. The lead goblin starts barking orders. Short bow in hand, he targets Mike's character. A 22 hits. Dealing 5 points of damage to Mike's character. Ending his turn. The next goblin. If you notice that, I had to close that goblin's sheet. So I can double click this goblin and open his sheet. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt. I wish like one sheet could universally work for all the same creatures. That would be kind of cool. There might be a mod for that or something. I'll have to look into it. But right now, that's just life. Every time you go to somebody new, you just click a new one. All right. So anyway, here we are. The second goblin, same thing. This time he takes notice of Kevin. He's going to target Kevin. Drawing back on his short bow, he attacks. Oh, critical hit, Kevin. We're going to roll damage. Press the critical hit button. Dealing 6 points of damage to Kevin's character. This is looking dire, guys. You can double click this too, by the way, to jump to the characters and open their sheet. So yeah, next turn. This goblin comes running out from behind the rocks, charging straight for Kevin's character. The goblin raises his scimitar high above his head, striking down. Fortunately, Kevin sees this. He's quick to use his shield and parry the blow.
Yeah, not happening today, Goblin. Or if my name isn't Kevin.
And that ends the goblin's turn. Mike's character rushes forward, passing the goblin to flank him from the other side. By the way, I play with flanking rules, guys. He targets the goblin. As a rogue, he takes his dagger in hand, thrusting it at advantage into the goblin's back. That's a hit, as he rolls a 15, making the goblin warrior's AC. Mike's character does a whopping 4 points of damage to this goblin, but that's not enough. Kevin, it's your turn. What do you do?
I'm gonna teach this naughty goblin to mess with me. I'm gonna swing my longsword at him. Does a 7 hit?
I don't think a 7 actually ever hits anything except maybe the ground.
Oh, dang. Well, I'm gonna use a second wind as my bonus action.
All right, you use second wind. That's 4 points of health. You were targeting the goblin warrior there, Kevin.
Oh, shoot. Whoops.
It's okay. It's okay. We can just manually apply that 4 points back to you with a +4. There you go. Healing 4 points of your health back up.
Thanks, DM.
Hey, no problem. Does that end your turn?
Oh, yeah. Whoops. Where is it? Up here? Okay.
All right, so that first goblin, again, draws his bow. I believe he's still targeting you. Oh, nope. Let's fix that. And he lets one loose. Whoops, I have a bunch up here. Whoopsie. 22 will hit. Let's roll damage on that. Ooh. Kevin, just as soon as you had used your second wind, you suddenly feel this sharp pain radiating from your side. You slowly look down and you see this arrow sticking out of you.
Oh my god, no.
God isn't here, Kevin. You're going to take 7 points of damage. Kevin, it's not looking good for you. You're losing so much blood. You feel that you can barely stand on your feet. A blur takes hold of your vision.
Oh no, I see the lights.
That ends the goblin warrior's turn. The next goblin, though, takes aim at your companion. He fires a shot. Oof, a 14 will hit.
Oh no. Well, what are we gonna do?
Mike's character will take 8 points of damage. Kevin, you see Mike's body hit the ground. You see an arrow sticking out of his back.
Oh gosh, no. Mike, are you okay, Mike?
There's no response. Things are looking grim, my friend. This goblin, unrelenting, continues engaging you. With another swing of his scimitar, you parry it away. You're on your heels, my friend, but you feel something within you surge. Something take over, keeping you on your feet, keeping you here, keeping you from surrender. That ends the goblin's turn. I need a death saving throw, Mike. Oh, unfortunately, that is a failure. All right, Kevin, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna disengage and start running away.
What? Kevin, you're running away? I thought I just said that you could stand your ground and you had something in you.
Yeah, no, I don't have that. I want to live.
Then, well, oh, okay. Yeah, then go for it.
All right, 5'10". I'm gonna go in this bush, and hopefully that could give me a little bit of an advantage from getting shot.
All right, yeah. Does that end your turn?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
All right, well, this goblin up here is going to take a shot at you, but at disadvantage. The arrow comes whizzing past you, Kevin, hits the rocks to your side. The next goblin also fires another shot. Again, an arrow comes by and it goes overhead by just a few inches and hits the ground in front of you. The goblin that you're running away from begins his pursuit. He's able to catch up to you, Kevin, and he takes a swing. It hits.
Oh no.
Dealing 4 points of damage. Kevin, you hit the ground. Your vision fades. Everything goes black. And with that, we end combat.
Oh God. Oh, what did I do?
Hey. Let me turn off the music. You did great, Kevin. I actually applaud that you decided to run. You know, live to fight another day. Maybe you can come back and save your friend. Good job on that. I mean, the chances of you making it through the other two, even if you were able to kill this one, are slim, you know?
Thanks, DM.
Yeah, not enough people realize that running is always a valid option. So I don't need any more death saving throws from you guys. The goblins actually all come down and they stabilize you. As you come in and out of consciousness, you see that they are binding you and tying you up. So yeah, it sucks what just happened to you guys, but fortunately, it looks like you guys will live to see another day and have another adventure when we play again next week. And there you have it, a perspective from both the player and the DM side during combat. I hope I was able to show you guys a little of everything that you would need to see. If there's something that you noticed or had a question about, ask in the comments and I'll get right to it. If you wanted to see how this flow looks in a real session with my players and some high-level monsters, go check out the Dragon of Icespire campaign videos over on the channel. All right, thanks for watching. Good luck with those router settings, and I will see you in the next video.